Hello, everyone! And welcome to the show. We're just starting out the week, but that's all right. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
I'm Monique Tuzon. Happy Tuesday. It's always more fun with us. Join us in the next hour and a half for stories and conversations that matter. We have a jam-packed show today in terms of news items. We have a lot.
Kasi ganito yun right? Because what happened was that Mo yesterday was complaining. Ang dami daw namin guests.
Complaining?
Ang dami daw namin guests yesterday.
That was not me.
Tapos not only that, she-named pa niya yung intern namin by saying that, oh my gosh, you're a child. For not watching Harry Potter.
Who posted the reel about it yesterday?
Oh, no one will know kasi
you.
naka-collab tayo, so no one will know. But when
Grabbing bully this Tuesday.
No, so when you take a look at it, okay, nakaramahan po kami. So we're gonna be talking a lot today throughout the show.
You know what? Where I want to bring you right now, I want to bring you to the Wattah Wattah Festival because I want to just shoot water at you right now.
Ganda ng segue.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Pero I wish I had a water gun with me right now.
Yeah. But then, of course, it's so funny for me that we're also going to talk a bit about bye-bye later. And you don't know much about, you know nothing about it.
Never heard of, I thought it was bye-bye-in, but it's bye-bye-in. I was corrected and I had to Google and learn about it this morning.
Which is funny because you have one odd tattoo.
I do.
And it's not bye-bye.
But that's not bye-bye.
Yeah, it's still an ancient Filipino script, but then it's still...
That's why now I found my next tattoo. I want a bye-bye-in tattoo.
Mga bye-bye-in, oo.
That's cool.
No, it's funny kasi I know a lot of Philams who have a lot of bye-bye-in tattoo.
I did not even know.
Because it's their way of like reconnecting as well. So yeah, no, it'll be really interesting to see.
And it's so interesting as well because we have love hacks and it's wedding season, but we're going to learn a lot about if the couples are actually going to last or not.
Wedding day red flags, no?
I know. I was like, oh, I didn't know there was such a thing, but I'm very intrigued.
Buti lang kulay red yung kulay natin today, na?
Why? Red flags?
Yes.
We're walking red flags.
I
Ikaw
don't
yata
know.
yung walking red flags. That's why we're both not married yet.
No, that's why I'm wearing brown right now. Hi, MJ. Good morning. When we take, but of course, when you look at everything happening, wedding day red flags are super interesting because have you ever been a guest in a wedding and then you see stuff happening and then napapaisip ka?
Yeah, no, actually, I feel like a lot of the times there's either the bride or the groom that steps back and one takes over normally. And you're like, are they really like part of the wedding? Are they in sync? So we'll find out. We'll find out if that's a red flag or not.
100%.
We've been to lots of weddings. It's our age group.
Yeah, actually.
They're all getting married.
Group.
So this is a great topic for both of us.
Yes.
What? What? Why are you looking at me like that?
No.
It's my water gun.
No.
Ay,
But then,
nako.
that pause there, for me, it's just a great segue also to whether or not people will be pausing on the road today.
Wow, that was a beautiful segment.
Segue.
Yoko na? I'm leaving. You can take over the show. I'm just kidding.
Let's check the situation in Major... All right, Mo, go ahead.
Okay, let's do this again. Let's check the situation in major roads at this hour. Now, here's what's happening along EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover. On the left side are vehicles going to Quiapo. On the middle and right lanes are vehicles going to Quezon Memorial Circle, and traffic sure is building up. Now, let's take a look at EDSA White Plains. On the left side of your screens are vehicles going to Shaw Boulevard, and oh my goodness, it is traffic already. And on the right side are for vehicles going to Cubao, and it is free-flowing. Heads up to motorists, the expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's Tuesday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 3 and 4 should be off the roads right about now till 10 a.m. and again from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have a double whammy for motorists. 2 fuel price adjustments are happening this week alone. Starting today, industry sources say gasoline prices are set to increase by 1 peso and 75 centavos a liter, diesel by 2 pesos and 60 centavos, and kerosene by 2 pesos and 40 centavos. Another round of increases is coming on Thursday, June 26. That brings the total weekly hike to and 50 centavos a liter for gasoline, 5 pesos and 20 centavos for diesel, and nearly 5 pesos for kerosene. The price hikes will be implemented in staggered fashion in line with the Energy Department's request to avoid a one-time spike. President Bongbong Marcos earlier said the government is ready to extend fuel subsidies to sectors most affected by potential supply disruptions in the Middle East. Now let's find out what the weather is going to be like this Tuesday. Paolo has today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Paolo.
Thank you so much, Mo. Now, let's focus first in Metro Manila because multiple roads in Metro Manila experienced flooding yesterday following heavy thunderstorms brought about by the southwest monsoon. Now, today, there are two weather systems that are set to bring even more rain showers to different parts of the country. Now, the first is a low-pressure area, or LPA, that is within the Philippine Air Responsibility. Now, this was last seen 290 kilometers west of Ambulong, Tanawan City in Batangas. So it's right over here. Now, Pag-asa says that this LPA has a medium chance of developing into a tropical depression within the next 24 hours. Now, in addition to this LPA, the southwest monsoon is continuing to affect the central and southern parts of Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Now, in Luzon, let's zoom in on that because particularly in Pangasinan, Zambales, and Bataan, the LPA is expected to cause cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Now, the southwest monsoon will also bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms through central Luzon, Metro Manila, Calabarzon, the Bicol region, and Mimaropa. Let's move over to the side so you can see that area as well. Now, for those traveling for work, please make sure to bring your rain gear just in case and ensure your vehicles are prepared for possible flooding like what happened yesterday. Now, for the rest of Luzon, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers are expected due to localized thunderstorms. Moving down south in Visayas and Mindanao, especially in the western Visayas and the Zamboanga Peninsula, the southwest monsoon will bring overcast skies with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, for the rest of the country, you can expect generally fair weather, but be prepared for isolated rain showers or thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon or in the evening. Now, let's check if these weather systems have affected sea conditions. According to Pag-asa, not really. There are no gale warnings in effect in the country anywhere. Winds will be light to moderate, with wave heights reaching up to 1.8 meters. Now, that will be particularly true in northern and central Luzon, as well as parts of the southern Luzon area, in the western part in particular. Now, for the rest of the country, waves are expected to be gentle, around 1.2 meters. Fishermen and sea travelers are still advised to be cautious as thunderstorms may cause sudden rough seas. Remember, safety at sea is the top priority. That is it for Weather HQ at the moment. Mo, back to you.
Thanks so much, Pal, for that weather update. This just in this morning. U.S. President Donald Trump said Israel and Iran have agreed to a complete and total ceasefire. Trump said if everything works as it should, each party will start the ceasefire after 12 hours of final missions. A declaration of an official end to the 12-day war will follow on the 24th hour. Neither Iran nor Israel has confirmed the ceasefire agreement. This comes shortly after Iran fired back at the United States and a U.S. airbase in Doha, Qatar overnight. The Qatar Foreign Ministry condemned what it considers a surprise attack, and it said it reserves the right to respond. Authorities say debris from the missiles fell in residential areas, but no casualties were recorded. Iran had previously issued threats to retaliate after the U.S. bombed its nuclear sites over the weekend. Iran once more warned that it will act further if the U.S. makes a move to attack again. The economic impact of the Middle East conflict could be felt in the Philippines, particularly in the remittances from overseas Filipino workers and rising fuel prices. In an interview on BNC's Agenda, UST Department of Political Science Chair Dennis Coronacion warned that an escalation could lead to repatriation of OFWs, affecting remittance inflows. And while a fuel subsidy could ease the burden of rising oil prices, Coronacion stressed that it can't be a permanent solution.
We're hoping that through diplomacy, because this is the only permanent solution that I can see, mahimok nila yung Iran na itigil na yung kanilang yung kanilang nuclear program at bumalik na sila sa kumbaga man ituloy nila yung pagiging maayos na miyembro nila ng bilang signatory ng Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty.
The government is preparing to distribute aid to sectors impacted by rising fuel prices due to the ongoing Middle East conflict. The Department of Transportation is finalizing guidelines for a fuel subsidy program to help public utility vehicle drivers and prevent any increase in fare rates. Meanwhile, the Department of Agriculture has assured that funds are available for affected farmers and fishers, as the price of fertilizer could also be impacted by the rising cost of crude oil.
Meron naman tayo din na nasa budget natin na fuel subsidy for fishermen. Malamang i-release din natin yun once na tumaas na. Meron naman mga QRF din kung kaya, doon natin kukunin. Pero tintayin natin yung programa ng DOE sa fuel subsidy.
Energy Officer in Charge Sharon Harin said oil companies have agreed to implement a gradual price increase to prevent market shocks.
The Department of Agriculture has put on hold its plans to lower the price cap on imported rice amid conflict in the Middle East.
Mukhang i-hold ko muna in abeyance because of the situation, magulo Diba? We don't want to have any market shock. So most likely by next week magde-decide na tayo na whether tutuloy o hindi. But the chances are i-hold ko muna ng 1 month or 2 months.
The DA was planning to lower the MSRP from 45 to 43 pesos per kilo starting July 1. The price of imported pork is also expected to increase, with the DA still calculating a reasonable price cap.
Hindi ko pa rin ngayon mailagay kung magkano ba talaga yan because of the main factor naman sa frozen pork, while pork is much cheaper than imported pork is much cheaper than local pork. Yung freight issue ngayon ang kailangan tignan kasi baka tumaas yung freight ng few $100 per ton sa international freight, then that will affect the imported pork prices then.
With the escalating Israel-Iran conflict, as well as Iran's plans to close the Strait of Hormuz, the DA says they are doing what they can to mitigate the economic effects for consumers.
Amid the escalating war in the Middle East, the Department of Foreign Affairs urges Filipinos in the region to prioritize safety. Thus far, more than 100 Filipinos have lost their homes in Israel, and 250 have applied for repatriation. On BNC's at the forefront, the DFA Undersecretary said that they are prioritizing the safety of Filipinos, and so far, there are no reported casualties among our OFWs.
We had long been calling for the escalation of tension. The important thing is the safety of kababayans. And at the very least, we don't have kababayans who are injured. There are no kababayans in those areas. And the embassy in Tehran is saying, well, if there are, nananawagan sila, come to the embassy, take shelter at the embassy. But there are none.
Vice President Sara Duterte be dismissed.
Vice President Sara Duterte enters a plea of not guilty in her response to the summons of the Senate Impeachment Court. In her answer ad cautelam, VP Sara also moves to junk the 4th impeachment complaint filed against her. She maintains that it is invalid due to the 1-year bar rule in relation to the first 3 complaints filed earlier. Her response also cited the lack of jurisdiction and the return of articles of impeachment from Senate to the House of Representatives. Lastly, Duterte argued that her right was violated and she was not able to defend herself before the case reached the Senate.
Vice President Sara Duterte says she won't be attending the president's 4th State of the Nation address. Her reason? She doesn't think President Marcos will provide anything substantial about our country and that her time would be better spent visiting Filipino communities abroad. Currently, the Vice President is in Australia to meet with Filipinos there and attend a free Duterte Now event in Melbourne. Malacanang has issued a statement saying that if the VP is busy with personal and family trips, that is her choice. But she has an obligation to the people, which is being ignored. The Vice President's reply insists these trips are not holidays and that the government should not discount the contributions of Filipinos worldwide.
VP Sara also takes aim at President Marcos's foreign policy, particularly about the West Philippine Sea. She insists the Philippines should pursue an independent foreign policy and not align itself with the United States. VP Sara also says the country is not prepared for war, pointing to what she calls a lack of strategic vision from the current administration. This is the Vice President's most direct criticism of PBBM's foreign policy. She also criticized some of the administration's moves, such as allowing the entry of U.S. missile systems.
Di mo naman away ang away nung isa. Saan mo gagamitin yung missile? Sino ang gigera sa Pilipinas? It is stated in our Constitution that we should have an independent foreign policy. That do not lean to a foreign power, that do not favor U.S. or do not favor China.
Nearly 2,000 job openings are up for grabs as the Department of Health celebrates its 127th founding anniversary. The job openings include medical officers 3 and 4 or residents, as well as nurses, dentists, occupational and respiratory therapists. The DOH also assures job seekers of a competitive salary for these openings, which are regular and permanent, as well as incentives like retirement benefits.
Because we believe in you, the youth. You are the hope of the future, and we want to plant this seed early, that a career in public health is not just a job, it's a calling. One that is full of challenges, yes, but also one that is deeply rewarding.
For every health worker that is hired, for every doctor, nurse, therapist that joins the health workforce, yung pong ating doctor-to-population ratio, health worker to population ratio, tumataas po. Ang isa po ng mga doctor, ang isang nurse, ang isang therapist, marami pong inaalagaan ng mga Pilipino yan. So, kahit maka +1, +2, syempre hindi naman dahil +1, +2 lang po. Makadagdag lang po tayo ng kahit in the tens, better kung 100 sa ating rounds na ito. Malaki po yung maitutulong sa ating local health situation.
The DOH nationwide job fair runs till Friday, June 27.
Now, over in sports, it's off to round of 16 for Filipino tennis star Alex Ayala in the Eastbourne Open main draw in England. The women's world number at the Oklahoma City Thunder wins its first NBA title in 17 years franchise history. It's also the franchise's first since 1979, back when it was still the Seattle Supersonics. The team treated the home crowd to a 103-91 Game 7 victory over a tenacious Indiana Pacers squad. The Thunder's young core, averaging less than 26 years old, capped a 6-year rebuild with its first Larry O'Brien trophy. It has been a winning season as well for OKC's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, as GA became the second youngest NBA player with a scoring title, a regular season MVP, and now a finals MVP.
This isn't just a win for me, this is a win for my family, this is a win for my friends, this is a win for everybody that was in my corner growing up, this is a win for the fans, the best fans in the world. Love you guys.
The Indiana Pacers also thanking the best fans in basketball following their unlikely finals campaign. In a statement, team owner Herbert Simon praised the Pacers Nation for showing up this season, calling it unlike anything he's ever seen. He adds the team united the city and the state and served as a reminder of what makes being a Pacers fan so special. The team also confirmed that Tyrese Halliburton suffered a right Achilles tendon injury, a heartbreaking moment over in Game 7. He's also scheduled for surgery today in New York. Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle also paid tribute to their star point guard in a post-game press conference.
He authored one of the great individual playoff runs in the history of the NBA. with dramatic play after dramatic play. It was just something that no one's ever seen. And did it as one of 17. You know, that's the beautiful thing about him. As great a player as he is, it's always a team thing, and so our hearts go out to him. But so proud of everyone.
You know, just seeing Halliburton's injury, for me, it was just so heartbreaking. I've lost count of how many times I've repeated it because you can actually see the Achilles tendon snap.
I didn't even want to watch it because I'm going to throw up if I see it.
I mean, like, it's incredible. So normally,
Go ahead.
the recovery time for Achilles tendon injury in the NBA is around 11.2 months.
Oh, that's
so you're gone
He's
basically
gone
a year.
a whole season or 2 seasons. No,
Well,
1 season.
yeah, it depends, right? So it depends on how, because you still have to recover and all of that. And it's the third major Achilles tendon injury in the NBA. Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, and now Tyrese Halliburton. And I honestly believe, because of the way that Tyrese started, he might have been a difference and could have been at least a closer game against OKC. But then our hearts go out to OKC, or rather to Indiana. But congratulations to OKC. Who I know technically it's their second in franchise history because they were the Seattle Supersonics, but it is the first.
First for their name, for the OKC Thunders.
No, I feel that it's a completely different history. You can't attach it. Like,
you can't. I mean, they're 2 separate entities, I feel like. So
yeah, exactly.
Essentially, this is their first win.
Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Detlef Schrempf, they're all Seattle Supersonics to me. And they are not OKC.
Yeah, I feel like they're
all.
different.
They're not connected at all. But that's just me.
But you know,
yeah.
Halliburton, when I heard that he was injured, you know my reaction?
What?
What the helly? Burton? Do you guys know that?
It's not funny. He's hurt.
That's my favorite.
He's hurt.
I know he's hurt, but that was my reaction. What the helly? I've been singing that all night until I went to sleep. Have you guys seen that?
No.
I feel like I'm so Gen Z now because I'm with the trends on TikTok.
You're with the trends?
What the helly Berry? What the helly Burton? They just go down the line. See, you tagged me on TikTok. Napa-TikTok ako tuloy. It's your fault. Don't be mad I'm like this. It's your fault. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, anyway. Let's move on to entertainment since my partner here is shocked that I know some Gen Z slang. New music alert from American pop rock band Maroon 5. The 6-member group announced that their 8th studio album titled Love Is Like will be out August 15th. It features their current single, Priceless, a collaboration with Lisa of K-pop girl group Blackpink. Maroon 5 also recently released a new song off the album titled All Night, available now on all music streaming platforms. The group will tour the US with 23 shows kicking off October 6th in Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, I love Maroon 5. Did you watch them when they came here to the Philippines?
No, I haven't gotten to see them live. They've been here a lot.
They've been here a lot. They love the Philippines.
They love the Philippines. It's like a karaoke concert whenever they're here.
Literally, if you see other concerts everywhere around the world, the Philippines is the only one in tune.
Well,
I feel like.
It feels like, I guess.
I feel like we're biased though, but
of course.
We are really good singers.
I mean, like, I think that's, when we were talking to, remember we were talking to concert organizer here before, and then they were saying that that's typically the reaction of a foreign act when they're here in the country.
They get shocked.
Grabe yung vocalization natin. Para tayong choir or ginagawa tayong choir.
When Boyz II Men were here, did you watch the reels that people were posting? They literally just let the audience sing.
Basically, and that's our people. That's our generation.
I know.
Those born after 2004.
I'm so sad I didn't get to go one of these days. We'll go see a concert.
Sorry, napapatama sa mga intern natin.
Why?
Babata nila eh.
Do they know Maroon 5?
I'm sure.
No, they're
Pero
our
yung Boyz II
group.
Men, baka hindi.
Baka they don't know Boyz II Men. That's how old we are now. Oh my God, every day on this show we're revealing our age and how old we are. This is a confirmation.
Actually, affected lang tayo ng Harry Potter the other day. Until now, we're still talking about it.
I'm still hurt about it, but we gotta move on. I'm hungry. Are you hungry, Pao?
Somebody feed me.
Somebody feed me, because Filipino food and culture takes center stage on the Netflix food documentary series, Somebody Feed Phil. Phil Rosenthal stops in Manila for season 8 of the delectable show. He went through prominent restaurants in and around the metro, from Intramuros to Makati, all the way to Tagaytay, joined by special guest Erwin Yusuf and the late culinary icon Margarita Flores. Phil had nothing but praise for our local cuisine, which he called unique and undeniably world-class. I haven't watched the show yet. I'm on my way to watch it sometime this week. But I heard the sisig that he tried was sold out for the first time in 45 years, the restaurant that they went to.
Which is funny because Trellis is actually an institution for sisig. I mean, like, it is.
I've never heard of it until the show.
Well, you only been here since 2017.
But so, I know some good sisig spots in Pampanga, and I've never heard of Trellis.
No, really, Trellis is it's one of those spots, like for sisig. I mean, but to be fair, some people like their sisig a bit different. Like some people like it crispier, some people like
with like sauce, because this is the Kapampangan sisig without all the mayo and stuff.
I'm not a big fan of sisig with mayo. That's again, everyone has their own taste, and there are different ways to do it. I think the nice thing about Filipino food is that you can go from one place to the other, and it will have a different variation. Like for example, if you go to Cavite, the adobo is dry. If you go to different places, or I mean, like minsan nga may turmeric yung adobo, so it's
really
yellow.
I've never experienced turmeric adobo.
In Taal, their adobo's yellow.
We got a food trip.
Yes. So, I mean, like, it's incredible. I love Phil Rosenthal. That show, I've been watching it for a while. And what I like about it, it's just so human. The way that he tells stories.
Right.
And he's a character as well. And, I mean, like, I was eagerly awaiting this particular episode. I haven't seen it yet as a whole. I want to be able to sit down with an empty stomach.
And enjoy it.
No, right after, like, you go out and look for all of
No,
that.
my plan is to get the sisig to go while I'm watching the show.
That's
why I have to orchestrate it.
You gotta eat
I
it
know
hot
you can't
and sizzling.
do it to go, but I'm gonna find a way.
No, don't
I'm gonna
do that.
make my own sizzling plate.
No.
What?
Don't do that.
I'm gonna eat it at the restaurant, then I'm gonna get it to go so I can just eat while Phil's eating, so I can feel like I'm eating with Phil and Erwan. Third host ako there. I'm a guest, tapos I'll tag them.
We've got more stories for you after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching. It's a beautiful day. A vlogger now dubbed the Freezer Girl went viral the past week after climbing into a freezer in a Filipino grocery chain. The original post has since been taken down, but in the screenshot, you can see her inside the chest freezer of bagged ice with her bare feet. People on social media reacted violently, primarily with sanitary concerns. Alphamart says in their official statement that they replaced all products in the violated freezer after thoroughly cleaning it, and that they are considering legal action for those responsible. The vlogger has issued an apology on her TikTok account after receiving an influx of backlash. Clout chasing, grabe! Clout chasing is testing the limits of social etiquette. I saw your reaction. That was a very violent reaction while I was reading the prompter, kaya I messed up.
Yeah, sure, blame me.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Pero, okay.
What?
It's one step at a time. One step at a
go.
time.
I'll let you be.
Bakit yung unang reaction ng mga tao, sanitary concerns?
Because her feet.
May tao sa loob ng freezer. Kahit nakasapatos yan or nakasocks yan, you're gonna be like, ba't may tao sa loob ng freezer?
That was my first thought. I'm like, oh, that's nasty. She's sitting on the ice and I'm about to drink. That's sanitary concerns.
And first of all, is this a trend?
What, that
At
people
all?
just
I
like
know,
do
you're on
random
TikTok right
stuff?
now, you can tell me.
Wala yung Halliburton lang yung alam ko.
No, na may tao sa freezer, diba? Like, grabe. Sorry. Like, I remember we've had conversations about this before, like even when we were younger, about what people would do for social media
Right.
in public
Right.
that is not appropriate. I remember this because I'm going to bring back a really, really, really old term that you probably don't remember or you
Let's
haven't
see,
thought
let's
about in a
see.
while. Do you remember planking?
Oh, yes.
So planking was when you would lie down like a wooden plank in strange
Anywhere.
areas, right?
Yeah.
And people would be doing it in dangerous places or in places of high risk for comedic
Right.
effect. And if I'm not mistaken, some people may have gotten hurt doing that
Yeah.
trend back in the day. So yung mga ganito, it feels a bit of that same vein. Take a look at that.
I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, who would just think, let me just climb into a freezer and just film this for social media? I mean, it's kind of like the Russian vlogger, right? C. Vitali that got arrested because he was doing dumb stuff for his social media posts. And look at him, he's arrested now. So before you guys do anything for the clout, for content, think about the legal repercussions.
I'm
because
actually
that's
curious
crazy.
now. Ano ang caption niya?
I don't
Burr,
know.
it's cold in here.
There must be some
Yeah,
toros
I
in the atmosphere.
I don't know.
I don't
like,
know.
I mean, like, it's not, for me, it's not, what did the kids say? Giving?
It's
Or
not
is that,
giving. What? See, Paolo's trying to be Gen Z like me, but sorry, today's my day to be the young one, not you.
The municipality of Pila, Laguna becomes the latest to use baybayin in its urban design. Its newly rebuilt welcome arch uses baybayin to write ang bayang pinagpala. While some praised the effort to connect to Filipino roots, others online were skeptical about its intentions, whether for culture or for pure aesthetics. A user on Reddit argued kahit na writing system ang baybayin, naiintindihan ba yan ng mga Pilipino? Hindi. So anong point? Another Pinoy user commented saying, great effort to highlight our culture, but might be better paired with translation for clarity, especially on something like a welcome arch. Well, you know, I understand the point when it comes to like, hey, people can't understand it.
Right.
But for me personally, I look at it as a bit of a challenge that, hey, find out more about it, learn more about it. Bakit nga baybayin? What does it
Right.
mean, right? I mean, like, you know, it is a ancient writing system. Yes, it is part of our ancient history, something that you have never heard of before.
I've never heard of. That's why actually this arc was a great idea. Because look at it. Look what it's doing. It's doing its thing. It's bringing to light baybayin, which I've literally never heard of until this morning, and I had to Google about it. But I think it's cool. And I saw online, I was reading some articles that they are bringing back baybayin to some schools. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I mean, like,
they're starting
even-
to slowly bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, like, just, you know, to learn more about it. Syempre, as a writing system, it probably won't become mainstream anytime soon.
No, but it's
But
just
at the same
cool.
time, yeah, no, it's cool and it's nice to keep the heritage alive because it is a big part of it. Like, I remember when we were talking about weaving
Yes.
at one point, right? So I think just it is another part of our culture that if we see more of in public spaces, I don't think it's anything wrong. And something like a welcome arch is a nice place to put it in.
Yeah, it's
And if
beautiful.
yeah, and if people don't understand it, maybe they can learn
Yeah,
more
research about it.
There's just always going to be a way to learn more about it.
And I
So
think it's
for-
a great thing that we're doing right now with all the modern weaves and
Yeah.
especially baybayin now that we're bringing to light all our Filipino heritage.
Yeah.
And everybody's curious about it, like me. So we're slowly learning about it.
My only thing is that, so people are saying that, hey, no one can understand it, so what's the point? As long as it is not a public notice of law or like a street sign na
Right.
baybayin, for me, that's fine. Pero
okay.
it's not anything like that would actually mean that you would break a law if you don't understand it. So for me, that's all good.
Same, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But we have something in Paris. Have you been to this one that we're going to
Paris?
talk
No.
about? You've never been to Paris yet?
No, I haven't been to Paris.
Okay.
Yabang mo eh.
Bakit? Wala mo sinabi! Grabe naman yung attack niya! I was like,
No, I haven't been to Paris, Mo.
Okay, well, let's go to Paris
Okay.
next time because I'm interested in this.
Saan? Magpa-Paris tayo or punta tayong Paris?
Oh, pwede din Paris. I
Okay.
love Paris. Because original Filipino music takes center stage in a major festival in Paris, France. As our Europe correspondent Dick Villanueva reports, our Filipino musicians won the admiration of locals and tourists.
Summer in France comes with the annual celebration of Fête de la Musique, a prestigious music festival in the country. Part of the annual tradition is music being aired every street corner, plaza, bar and restaurant. The music festival began in June 21, 1982 by the Ministry of Culture in France. To give away the professional and amateur musicians, this has been imitated in about 120 one venue where more than 30 Filipino musicians performed in the Igor Stravinsky Square. The mixed audience had fun dancing with Pinoy rock and roll, pop and rap.
It's my second time. Very good atmosphere to see all these Filipinos in Paris. Feels really at home.
This is the 18th year the Pinoy Jam Group in Paris joins Fête de la Musique. For them, it is more than just performing, but their little way of sharing Filipino music and culture in the annual festival. Dick Villanueva, Bilyonaryo News Channel, Paris, France.
I love that Fête de la Musique. I've gone to a couple of celebrations here in the Philippines, different stages, and it's always a good party. It's always nice. It's always nice seeing people in the music industry and seeing that live music is definitely alive here in the country.
I have yet to go to a Filipino festival.
Really?
It's on my bucket list.
Well, Fête's it's a nice way to go about it because there's so many stages, right, that you can go to. So, and there's I think another one happening on Saturday, so you can go check it out. Yeah.
Definitely
it's
will check it out.
It's super fun, especially because you could go genre hopping. Depending on where you are. And it's, I think, something that, I don't know when it started here in the Philippines, but then the fact that I've been to a couple throughout the years, especially when I was a bit younger, I think it's good that it's still happening. And, kudos to the French Embassy for helping make that happen every year.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing that.
Yeah, but in, talking about more stars in general. Just when you thought she's done manifesting dream collabs and winning awards this year, Lumpia Queen Abby Marquez has more surprises up her sleeve. The acclaimed food content creator says she is uploading soon her collab with the cast of the new Superman film. On her Instagram, Abby says she can't get over this project, which features director James Gunn and stars David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan. The project sees Marquez teaching the cast the art of making her signature dish, lumpia. Apart from manifesting her dream collab with celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay, this year, Abby also won the Food Content Creator of the Year award back in 2025, World Influencers and Bloggers Award in Cannes in France.
My girl is killing it, Abby.
And can I just say,
oh my gosh.
The other day, I hung out with Malaysian influencers because that event, that junket, was Filipino influencers and media, entertainment media, and friends from Malaysia media and social media personalities who also had time with the cast and crew of Superman. They also had a chance to taste halo halo for the first time, taught by Abby, and they didn't realize who Abby was.
No way.
They didn't realize who Abby was because obviously, I guess she's not as visible in Malaysia yet. But when they had Halo Halo for the first time that Abby, I believe, directed, it was something that they were raving about it. They were raving about it. I was like with 8 Malaysians or 7 Malaysians, and they were telling me how that Halo Halo in particular was special. I don't think.
What did she do to the halo halo?
I know she just made halo. I don't know.
We have,
basic, pero it was good.
We have not had food that Abby made yet. That's gonna be next when we guest her.
Actually, we've guested her so many times,
That's
but
why
we've
she hasn't
never
cooked
had
for
food.
us. That's why.
Abby.
All right, zoom in on Pao.
Okay,
Direct
yes.
zoom in. Ayan, may note si Pao kay Abby.
Yeah. Hi, Abby. Paolo here. We love your work all the time. We're big fans. And palumpia ka naman, please.
I know, that's all we're asking for, lumpia lang.
Or at this point, halo-halo.
Lumpia and halo-halo, ayan,
And
dessert.
or. We're not greedy.
And or?
Yeah.
No, and halo-halo.
Okay, and halo-halo.
I want to know what she's putting in the halo-halo.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, it was really special for the Malaysian delegation.
I love how Abby's
So,
really
yeah.
putting the Philippines and Filipino food on the map. Because even my Phil-Am cousins and friends, they love Abby and they watch Abby.
Wait, so... Wait, someone made a joke on our commu here, and I could not hear it.
I can't hear also.
But
What
then,
happened?
apparently it's funny kasi natatawa yung crew namin eh. But,
Kaya pala yun, masarap yung halo-halo. It's the ice from Alpha Mart. Wow! Pang yellow.
May konting
May konting
may konting
asin.
flavor. May konting alat. But, again, no joke, Abby.
That's so
Okay lang kung
funny.
hindi salty yung halo-halo.
Oh my gosh, parang ayoko na maghalo-halo. Okay, moving on. San Juan City is putting a twist to its annual Wattah Wattah Festival. We'll take you there live after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, the party is on in San Juan City, and instead of fireworks, people are celebrating with splashes of water. Let's get a live update from Andrea Salve. Andrea, what makes this year's Wattah Wattah Festival different from years past? Andrea, go ahead.
Paolo, the 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Basaan period has officially started here in San Juan City. Police personnel are already scattered within the designated Basaan zone to ensure peace and order are observed. 6 days ago, the San Juan City local government issued City Ordinance number 14, which sets Pinaglabanan Road, specifically between the streets and Domingo and P. Guevara, as the Basaan zone and have also been closed for motorists. This will be strictly enforced, and those who will be found violating will be penalized with a fine of 5,000 pesos and or up to 10 days of imprisonment. Liquor ban is also in effect until 2 p.m. At exactly 7:15 earlier, actually, right now, the program is ongoing and we're waiting for the Santong Tao Parade and the blessing of floats to commence. The city government reminds the public eager to participate in the Basaan of its prohibited acts. These are, first, the use of dirty water, water bombs and high-pressure hoses, splashing of water outside the zone, and entering vehicles or endangering others. With controversies plaguing the festivity in the previous years, the city government now perseveres to make sure that this year is going to be different, and the essence of the feast will be alive once again. San Juan City Mayor Francis Zamora earlier announced that hundreds of police officers and city and barangay personnel are deployed to ensure a peaceful and safe celebration. There will be more activities later, such as their annual street dance competition. Bands and party DJs are coming over to perform as well. Paolo, just a few minutes ago, just like what I said earlier, the program here sa mismong bukana ng Pinaglabanan Shrine has started, and right now we're just really waiting for them to get crazy with the water. Kanina meron ng mga several fire trucks na nagbuga ng tubig and we saw the happy faces of the people and the residents that are participating in this year's festivity, Paolo.
Andrea, thank you for that. Pero yung tanong ko sa'yo, handa ka na ba?
Ready as I can be, but I hope na parang hindi naman mababasa. Pero ready tayo for anything. Actually, nagdala na nga ako ng full set ng damit para makapagpalit mamaya. In case lang na abutan tayo ng full-blown crazy water splashing here in San Juan.
You know, Andrea, we're gonna make sure that you're in the thick of it later on because grabe, that would be a lot of fun. But then, in terms of yung attendance dyan sa Wattah Wattah Festival, how many people are expected to be part of the festival this year?
Wala naman silang nabanggit, Paolo, na expected number of participants for this year. Pero just like the previous years, we are expecting tourists as well to participate. Right now, dito sa mismong pinaglabanan shrine, dito sa labas, marami ng mga nandito. And later, for sure, mas dadami pa yan once the splashing starts. Paolo?
Well, you know what? It's a good thing na naka-yellow ka because you'll be hard to miss. To everyone watching here on Bilyonaryo News Channel who will be part of the Wattah Wattah Festival later on, hanapan niyo po si Andrea Salve. Naka-yellow po. And she is ready and willing to be part of the festival kasi may pamalit naman siya. Thank you so much, Andrea Salve, reporting live from San Juan City. Alright, so that was Andrea, ready and scared.
I know, did you see her face? Her face was like, are you ready? And she's like, yes, Paolo. Oh my gosh, bully ka talaga.
No. You gotta be part of it. I mean, like, I love coverage of the Wattah Wattah Festival because our colleagues from the media, even from different networks, who do go cover it, grabe, it's just so fun and inventive the way that they do it because it is a fun celebration. Na it could get rowdy, admittedly.
Which it did last year, so I thought they were going to be in it this year. But I'm glad they started doing like all the barricades and the wet zone areas.
Yeah,
so that's
the wet
better.
zone areas,
so it's contained.
The police presence and all that, and hopefully masaya pa rin. And it will always have a lot of. It'll also draw a lot of attention because it is very visually appealing. It's
like the one in Thailand.
I was gonna say it's like a less colorful Holi festival.
Yeah, it's like Holi versus the one in Thailand, Songkran ba is what it's called.
I'm not sure.
They do that where they also showed it in the White Lotus, where you literally just walk around the streets and they pour you with water.
I haven't seen White Lotus.
Oh, you have to watch it.
Yeah, but you know, you can just go Wattah Wattah first.
You can.
Yeah.
Do you want to go? You should go later to Wattah Wattah. Yeah, it's just down the street.
Nandiyan si Andrea. So,
I'll tell everybody to target Paolo if you decide to go there.
I'm okay. I'm not going anywhere.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not going to the Wattah Wattah Festival.
Okay, next year, let's plan it.
Oh my gosh.
We have something for you guys, especially with gas prices going up now. Filipino drivers are going electric, and AC Mobility, backed by the Zobel de Ayala family, is leading the charge. With sleek EVs, ultra-fast charges, and a growing national footprint, AC Mobility isn't just in the game. It's shifting the future for transport. Mobility correspondent G. Baroga reports.
As Filipino motorists become more eco-conscious and tech-savvy, AC Mobility, led by Bilyonaryo heir Jaime Alfonso Zobel de Ayala, is positioning itself at the forefront of the country's electric vehicle revolution.
We are introducing innovative vehicles, we are expanding infrastructure, and we are fostering the mindset that is needed to accelerate the Philippines' transition to a cleaner and more sustainable future for all of us.
AC Mobility now claims 90% share of the Philippine EV market. This dominance is fueled by its growing portfolio of brands from BYD, Kia, and Volkswagen to dealerships for Honda and Isuzu. But the company isn't just focused on vehicle sales. It's building the infrastructure to support long-term EV adoption.
We are on track to reach our ambitious goal of over 700 charging points by the end of this year, with stations already operational across the region. We have 3 locations already powered up, and we are expected to double by year end.
Among the notable developments are the country's fastest EV chargers, with 240 kilowatt and 480 kilowatt units now up in Makati, aimed at slashing charging time for busy urban motorists. A key driver of this growth is BYD Cars Philippines, whose lineup has rapidly expanded just over a year since AC Mobility entered into partnership with the Chinese EV giant. And their latest model, the BYD Sea Lion 5 DMI, is now in the country.
This is growth that reflects a keen understanding of the evolving needs of Filipino motorists, striking a balance between range, practicality, and of course, performance.
The Sea Lion 5 features BYD's hybrid tech called the Super Dual Mode Intelligent, which allows the vehicle to run over 1,400 kilometers on a full tank and full charge.
Basically, the vehicle's priorities when you start the vehicle. Okay, the electric motor engages. The battery is charged by the engine as you move and as deemed necessary.
The new model also includes high-end features such as soft leather seats and a rotating touchscreen infotainment system, reinforcing BYD's appeal to the premium mass market. To mark the launch, AC Mobility is offering the C-Line 5 DMI at an introductory price of 1.198 million pesos, 50,000 less than its retail price.
As Filipino motorists demand for a cleaner, smarter, and more connected mobility solutions, Jaime Alfonso Subel de Ayala and AC Mobility appear poised to define the EV landscape in the Philippines, not just with cars but with a full ecosystem built for the future. For BNC Mobility, G. Baroga.
Now we got more stories for you, plus our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Russia's Ministry of Emergencies released footage on Monday showing firefighters battling intense wildfires in Zabaikhalsky Krai in eastern Siberia. The blaze has already burned through 350 hectares of land, prompting the evacuation of residents from the Atamanakovka village. Over 30 units of equipment, including planes, have been deployed to contain the fire. Authorities say hot weather, with temperatures hitting 35 degrees Celsius and strong winds, is fueling the rapid spread. Over in Greece is sending over 170 additional firefighters to Chios Island on Monday to reinforce teams battling wildfires for a second straight day. Strong winds continue to fan the flames, causing power outages and forcing evacuations. Authorities say 171 more personnel will join the 190 already on site, supported by 11 aircraft. The fire has razed forest and farmland as it spreads towards Chios town. Frequent wildfires worsened by climate change have prompted Greece to boost fire response, including hiring a record 18,000 firefighters this year. Now, Beijing issued an orange alert on Monday as temperatures soared to 38 degrees Celsius, marking one of the year's hottest days so far. Residents sought shade, dipped into rivers, and avoided outdoor activities. Construction hours were also shortened. Officials advised hydration and limited outdoor exposure, especially for the elderly and the sick. Nearby provinces, including Hebei, have also issued heat alerts as northern China grapples with a worsening heat wave amid increasingly extreme weather. As the United Nations celebrates its 80th anniversary with an exhibit of its original charter, the organization faces growing scrutiny over its relevance and operations. A leaked memo reveals plans to slash 20% of its $3.7 billion budget, a move that could eliminate nearly 7,000 jobs. The UN 80 Reform Initiative proposes major restructuring, including agency mergers and shifting staff to lower-cost locations. Critics warn the cuts could weaken the UN's ability to respond to global crises. Meanwhile, member states continue to push for Security Council reforms to reflect today's geopolitical reality. Now that's it for Weather HQ at the moment. Mo, back to you.
Thank you so much, Pao. What do the stars have in store for us today? Let's find out from our resident morning hype man and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! It's a beautiful day with me, Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope for Tuesday, June 24. Para sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat, mag-ingat sa decision-making sa trabaho, pag-isipan ng maraming beses. Ping at 1. Kay Oksaman tayo, huwag maging workaholic. Sit back, relax, at i-enjoy lang. Shena at 5. Sa mga tiger dyan mag-ingat sa pagiging masyadong prangka mo. Maaaring hindi ito magustuhan ni partner. Orange at 4. Rabbit naman tayo, mag-ingat sa mga tao maaaring mga ako ng easy money. Violet at 7. Dragon naman, uminom ng maraming tubig at umiwas sa labis na caffeine. Platinum at 2. Sa Year of the Snake naman tayo, chest out, stomach in para maiwasan ang back pain. Silver at 3. Ito na! Monkey of the Horsey. Huwag pabayaan ang kalusugan. Kumain ng nutritious na pagkain. Beige at 8. Kay Year of the Ship naman tayo, ang pagiging bukas sa emosyon ay makakatulong sa iyong relasyon kay partner. Caramel at 8. Kay Year of the Monkey naman tayo, maglaan ng time para mag-stretch or mag-meditate. Aqua at 7. Sa Rooster naman, plan your finances kasi yan ang magdadala ng financial stability. Magenta at 1. Sa mga Year of the Dog naman, mapapansin nila, boss, ang iyong effort sa trabaho. Brown at 6. Kay Year of the Pig naman, never too late para pagplanuhin ang iyong financial goals this year. Gold at 5. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day dito lang po sa It's a Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you, Master Hans Kua! Parang yung happy birthday sa the kid's birthday.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you!
birthday! Pao, Master Hans said you have to watch your health last week pa.
No, but eat healthy.
Last week pa yan.
Oo, so
I don't think you've been eating healthy.
Ay, nga, I have to eat more, no? Baka yung sisig sa Trellis, diba? Shout out Trellis.
Yeah, please send us sisig.
No, we
May
go
gusto
there.
ko.
We go there. We have to have sisig hot and sizzling.
Yes, I know. I'll bring the hot plate. May ano naman tayo here.
May dala-dala kang hot plate?
I'll bring the egg also. The quail egg.
It's not quail.
Pwede naman quail. There's some sisig with quail.
But why are you gonna have quail? Use a chicken egg.
It's cute.
Huh?
Because the quail egg is so cute. It's so cute.
What are you talking about?
Wala, I love quail egg. They're just so cute, but actually they're super high in cholesterol, so don't eat that. Magagalit si Master Hans.
Wait, have a chicken egg.
I do eat
sisig.
chicken egg, pero quail egg is good too. I'm just saying try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
I'm not.
Hoy, if sisig with quail egg goes viral, ha, you're welcome.
Tumataas yung
You're
boses ko
welcome.
dahil sa'yo, ha? Oh my gosh!
Hay nako, Pao.
I'm so offended for sisig today.
Why are you offended? There's different kinds of sisig.
Gusto mong
This is-
i-take home and expect the same quality?
I did not say expect the same quality. I'm just saying while we're in the show, para we can feel na we're also part of the show. Hay nako, you're twisting my words. Kanina ka pa. You're saying I complained yesterday. That was not me. That
Go
was
enjoy
you.
your quail eggs.
I will. You know what? Let's talk about Coach V's
Ano ba?
segment.
Sobrang
because
red flag to,
red
ah.
flag ka. That's why we're never getting married.
Sino yung naka-red? Oh my
You're
God!
also wearing red. Guys, bells are ringing, but not for me and Paolo. You know, this wedding month, weddings are here left and right, but red flags are waving too. Hi, Paolo. On Love Hacks, dating coach V shares the telltale signs a marriage might be doomed to fail from the beginning based on their wedding day. Stay tuned. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. It's the small things that matter, believe it or not. Your wedding day says a lot about how the entire marriage will go. Now, here are the top red flags to look out for on the day you tie the knot. Take it away, Coach V.
Good morning, loves. It's a beautiful day. Coach V here, your love solution provider.
bringing you a brand new way to level up your love life. Welcome to Love Hacks. It's June, wedding month. And while your feed is full of drone shot prenups, viral dances, and mga cinematic bouquet tosses, a US-based dating coach, Anwar White, went viral on TikTok after claiming that he can predict if a couple will last based on 4 things he sees during the wedding. So today, we are rating each of those claims through the lens of science and not just TikTok virality. Let's go through them, and I'll ask my co-hosts here for their thoughts, and then we'll see if science agrees to it. Let's get into it. One of the red flags that he had mentioned is the cake smash, wherein a groom shoves the cake in the bride's face. White says when a groom shoves the cake in the bride's face without her clearly enjoying it, it's not playful. It's a red flag for hidden aggression or disrespect. So my love, so what's your take on this? If a partner embarrasses you at your own wedding, even as a joke, is it a harmless fun or emotional foreshadowing? I feel like Paolo would be the one to smash a cake on
No.
Hi, MJ.
Kapag cake, hi MJ. It's going to be it's going to be sweet kasi icing sa nose muna.
Okay.
Diba? Tapos may
He really thought about it.
No, I mean like I wouldn't smash the cake. Sayang sa pagkain. But I wouldn't
So
smash
just put it like that.
Magalit siya dahil sa makeup.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, yeah.
Actually,
No,
diba?
I agree. I would get so pissed if whoever I marry smashes a cake on my face because makeup and hair took so long and you're going to mess it up.
Yeah, with
They're
one for cake.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
We're not doing that.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
That's right. And they're expensive too, no? Diba? Your hair and makeup. But absolutely. But you've seen a lot of videos. Sometimes it's funny, yes. But you'll see some of them not really enjoying those, face cake smashing. And you know what? Based on science, this is supported, my loves. According to Dr. John Gottman, he identified contempt, mockery, public humiliation as one of the 4 horsemen of relationship failure. So, if he can, or maybe if he or she can disrespect you on day 1, don't expect kindness on day 100. So, 8/10, predictive power yan. Ibig sabihin, cake smashing, nako, baka maghiwalay lang kayo. Now, red flag number 2. When one partner takes over the wedding and can't share the spotlight. So, if the bride or groom turns the day into a personal concert, I think about yung mga Beyonce performance, diba? Beyonce-inspired solo entrances, yung taking over the mic during speeches or making it all about them. The dating coach says that's not flair, that's a red flag. So, loves, what do you think? Do you see it as a red flag if one person dominates the day while other fades into the background? What if mahiyain naman talaga ang isa sa couple?
Actually,
yeah, I don't agree with it.
Yeah, because I look at your relationship. You're a lot louder.
Oh yeah, same with you.
No. Mine is where because she's in social media.
She's in social media, but you're more madaldal.
No, but then she also performs and hindi siya she's not going to sink into the background.
But yeah, no, with me, you can see we're polar opposites.
Yeah.
Like he's really shy and I'm very right? So I think if
She's too much, most too much.
Yeah, I'm a lot. No, just kidding. No, I'm not. No,
Loves, remember,
low
this
maintenance
is-
lang ako.
Yeah,
but I
remember,
think
this is wedding day, on the actual wedding
No,
day.
yeah,
Do you see
no,
yourself
kasi-
performing?
No, but I think if a person wants to perform, because I feel like there's always a shyer one in the relationship. If one person wants to perform more than the other, I think it's okay because you've talked about it.
Yeah,
prior
because
to.
Mo is probably gonna have all the speeches in her wedding. Okay.
Perform. I'm not
Kasi
a
ang daldal ni Mo eh. It's not about performing, it's about talking rin.
I'm not also gonna talk during my wedding. I'm eloping. We're not doing that. I don't want a big wedding.
All right. Anyway, ayun. So we'll see.
But you know what? You want to know what science says about this? Nako, it's strongly supported kasi it shows narcissistic tendencies and lack of emotional attunement. It often shows up in how someone behaves under pressure. So according to Dr. Gottman, people who can't self-regulate or share the spotlight or attention struggle with true partnership. So kapag ikaw na ang nag-over-dominate, the wedding becomes your concert. That is, 8/10 predictive power for a divorce.
Wow, butan lang, hindi ako narcissistic.
Ako din,
Oo nga
same. There's no narcissistic dito sa show. Bawal. Bawal. Are you guys ready for the third red flag?
Sure.
Go. Nakakabato kasi di ba, what if you're planning for your wedding tapos you've had these performances organized and then you watch this show, you'll be like, scratch that from the program. Now, red flag number 3, big wedding. Ibig sabihin daw, disconnected yung couple. Whoa! White says that when couples obsess over a massive wedding but don't seem emotionally close, it's a sign that their priorities are off. So, what do you think about this, love? Is it wrong to go big, or does it reveal something about maybe what they value about the wedding?
I have no complaints about big weddings because normally if you have a big wedding, that means you have a big team preparing it. And normally, right? Normally. So, I mean, like, for me, it's not as big of a deal. Kasi I've seen people with huge marriages that worked out din naman. And I've seen people with quiet ones that worked out as well. So I think the scale of it is not that big of a problem for me, personally.
Just as long as they have the full support of the team. Because if you want a big wedding, but you don't have like the funds or the support from the other side, right? Then that's a problem. But if you guys want a big wedding and you have, like I said, all the support and funds, then
all
go
the resources,
for it. Yeah, both of you are right, and very good point. There are people who've had big weddings and still stay together, and there are people who went on elopement and now they are separated. Now, this is just partially supported by science. So a 2014 Emory University study found that couples who had smaller weddings and lower expenses had significantly lower divorce rates. Bakit kaya? Because it's all about the focus. Now, because they focus on the marriage at hindi production, then that's a good sign. But if the couple is more excited about the drone shots than building a home together, that is a red flag. So what's the predictive power of this? 7/10, my loves. And finally, are you ready for this? Red flag number 4. Eto na. Let's talk about wedding vows. Yung speeches that exclude the partner. White warns that if the couple's friends or family don't even mention your partner in their speeches, or they keep things vague, that might mean that they don't know or they don't approve of the relationship. So, my love, if no one close to the bride or groom says something personal about their partner, should we read between the lines? Does it mean na, baka hindi nila gusto yung groom ko, that's why wala masyadong message? Actually, that is a good point.
A red flag.
I've never thought about that. For sure, that's a red flag. Because every wedding I've been to, normally the other side, they always mention the bride or the groom saying, oh, how you love our family, and I see how you love our daughter or our son, blah, 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 and how you guys are perfect together. Normally, they say that. So if they don't mention it, you know something's up.
No, I mean, like, if that's the case, then maybe it's a shotgun wedding and you don't really know about the other person. Pero I agree with that. I think that if the partner's family or bridal party doesn't mention the other, the other partner, then the other party rather, then yeah, that is a red flag. That means the relationship probably wasn't built beyond the bride and the groom. So I think that is undeniable red flag.
Right. And that also shows that maybe the bride or the groom does not have a relationship towards the future in-laws. No? Kasi wala na silang makwento, wala silang masabi. They're just so focused about their relative. And you know what? Science supports this. In fact, strongly support, my loves.
Yeah.
According to a 2000 study by Felm Lee and Spreacher, friends and family are often more accurate at predicting relationship outcomes than the couple themselves. Bakit? Because they're not under the influence of love hormones like oxytocin and dopamine. And they're watching the raw footage, not just the highlight reel. Kaya ang predictive power nito, my loves, through divorce is 9/10. Diba, have you met couples wherein they're super in love, but then their friends or family would tell the other one, oh my God, that person is not good for you?
Yes, actually. How about you?
I've had a few.
Right? Or
naniniwala ba kayo that the close family and friends sometimes see the real deal and the person in love could not tell? I do, because like my mom, she's always right, like with like my ex-boyfriends, my mom never liked them. And then when we broke up, she's like, she wouldn't say I told you so, but she's like, I mentioned it.
She made you feel it. She made you feel it, yeah.
So I feel like mothers always know best. They always have an inkling.
Yeah,
You agree?
I think that mothers know.
Yeah, or your dad, or your family or friends.
Perhaps. Hi, Mom. No, I mean, like, I think that there's something in that, but I also feel like it depends. Like, for example, if especially if, like, for example, you're living in another country and you don't really know, right?
That's different too.
So maybe I think there are case to case basis when it comes to that. But I think in general, you need to come up with that relationship at least if you're thinking about marriage, right?
Yeah.
There has to be a longer introduction siguro, or a longer getting to know period, especially when it comes to yung family, especially kapag Pinoy because we're such a nuclear culture, right? So
you have to date the family too, not just Yeah. But do you agree, Loves, that sometimes we don't see the real deal when we are in love? Yeah. And the people who are not in the relationship could actually tell if that person is a catch or not. I do sometimes. It depends. Like you said, it's a case-by-case basis, but we've had friends, I'm sure you have, Paul, where they tell us all the stories, and then you're not a fan of their significant other, and they keep saying, oh, he does this, blah, 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 or she does this. How do you react? And then, do you agree? I just listen, and because at the end of the day, what my opinion is doesn't matter to them, because they'll do it what they want to do, right? Because they love that person, and then it's only after the fact if they break up, then they're like, oh, you were right.
Ano nga yung term? Looking through rose-tinted glasses. So, hindi mo kasi nakita yung mga red flag kasi rose-tinted yung glasses mo.
Until after,
Oo. So, I mean, like, yeah, there's a way. I think that there's a lot of people who don't necessarily see it and from the outside looking in, pero syempre, may mga friends ka who are too kind, who don't want to hurt your feelings, quote-unquote, so they don't really say much.
Well, but also, on the contrary, your friends and family, they also don't know what's happening in your relationship. So, who are they to judge also, right? So, there's two sides of it.
Oh, like, for example, ang daming red flags, pero funny pala siya.
Red flag? Oh, you're talking about yourself? Red flag pa din yung tao. Kahit funny siya, don't still go for it, guys.
But again, it's super interesting. I think it's case-to-case basis.
Yeah.
And guys, joke lang yun, alright? don't follow that advice, okay?
Para mo namang sinabi, Pao, na, you know what? Like, he can do all this like crazy stuff, pero kung funny siya, okay na yan.
Oh, yeah, no? At least entertaining, diba?
Entertaining, but ano ba yung tipong i-entertain ka, tapos bubugbugin ka, tapos i-entertain ka ulit?
Hahahu. Oo.
Biro lang yun. Pero yeah, I understand what you get. May mga ano naman wala naman kasing perfect. Everybody has a red flag.
Yeah.
But then the question is, do you have more red flags than green flags most of your time with them? So my loves, don't just watch the wedding. Next time, watch the dynamics. Diba? You can tell pala by by just the wedding itself. Weddings are a performance, but relationships are a pattern. What you see on day 1 will echo through year 1, year 5, and year 15. And if multiple people in your circle have concerns, don't miss it as a chismis or negativity. Kabahan ka na ng konti. Because sometimes the clearest truth comes from those who love you without being in love with your partner. And remember, loves, a perfect dress can't cover emotional red flags. A well-lit venue can't mask disconnection. And a viral entrance doesn't guarantee a safe exit. Marriage isn't about one magical day. It's about how you show up every day. So trust the vibe, trust your gut, and yes, sometimes, trust your brutally honest tita. That's it for today, loves. This is Coach V giving you real talk about real love. DM me your love dilemmas at Dating Coach V, and let's not just talk about love. Let's solve it. See you again tomorrow here on It's a Beautiful Day. Love you.
Thank you so much, Coach V. Once again, I agree with almost everything she said except for trust your brutally honest tita. Guys,
how come?
Huwag kayong maniwala sa tita nyo, hindi kayo tumataba. Okay?
I felt that. Are you really hurt about that, Pao?
No, I just feel for a lot of our friends out there.
That's why I listen to Master Hans.
Oh,
Eat healthy na.
Eat healthy food.
Yeah. So your tita won't tell you
Anong
otherwise.
sinasabi mo, ha?
I felt the hit.
Huh?
I felt the personal vendetta.
Oh, you're a flag of the same color as your dress.
Takes one to know one.
Maraming salamat, Coach V. Thank you so much for joining us. That is it for us this Tuesday, June 24. Ako po si Paolo del Rosario. Thank you so much for joining us.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. I hope you guys enjoyed our very violent Tuesday show. Have a great day ahead. Join us again tomorrow at 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And I promise we'll be sweeter. Only here on
It's a Beautiful Day!